Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Pixie Palace. And we're back for another Mindful Monday in the middle of December. And today, to boot, it's a new moon as well as a solar eclipse.
If we can't think of enough stuff to just totally make this day nuts, I have no idea.
I decided to get on camera today other than being Mindful Monday. I almost didn't go on camera today. I almost did something different. And I decided to get on camera anyway. I haven't finished everything I was supposed to do this weekend. I ended up taking a little time to kind of rejuvenate and relax a bit. Most of the time when I say I'm going to do that, I end up working. I end up doing something else that really takes a lot of my energy and a lot of my time. So this weekend I did do a few things, but I decided, you know what? I'm just going to do a little self-care and relax. And it was really nice. I got to talk to a few people I don't normally get to talk to in length. I got to watch some movies I really wanted to watch. It was really just nice to kind of decompress, especially now that we're coming into a high energy cycle, which the new moon is actually presenting to us. The new moon is all about grasping the opportunities that are in front of you. It's all about change. It's all about stepping into your own truth and really putting it into action. We've been saying similar things the past several months, and it was all a build-up to this certain point. From now going forward, it is a time to really purge out the old, bring in the new, and keep going forward. We can talk, we can plan, we can even wish for things. If we don't have a way to put things into action, we're just going to stay right where we are, wishing and hoping for change. And it's pretty interesting because when we keep wishing for it, hoping for it, it may come, it may not, but it's not going to be served to us on a silver platter. So now is the time to be kind to yourself and look around you, see what you want to accomplish, and see that the world is yours. Only you yourself have to believe it. Now, I almost didn't go on camera today. For myself, I'm all about going out of my comfort zone a little bit more each week, especially with my content. And I almost didn't go on camera because I didn't color my hair. And I'm not a vain person, but I don't like showing signs of my aging. I'm always the type like, oh, I gotta look a certain way and, you know, and just present that part of myself to the world. But it comes to a time where we have to accept our whole selves. The good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty. I added that part in. And it really is what makes you you. When we celebrate the good things about ourselves, that is super important. It's uplifting, it's soul nourishing, and it shows what we have to present to others, what we have to contribute to society and to our families and our friends and our business associates, and more importantly to ourselves. But when we ignore these shadow aspects of ourselves, which might be the not so pretty part of ourselves, the traumatized parts of ourselves, the abrasive attitudes that we might have, the not so nice habits that we picked up, just all the little things that make that side of us maybe not so appealing to the outside world. It's okay. We all have it. We all wrestle with it. We all need to work through them, but we'll do it in our own way. But the first step is embracing it, to look at that part of ourselves and go, I love you anyway. It may sound cliche, it may sound really, really cheesy, especially in today's world, but it is something that's so important. And it's that one little thing that you can do for yourself that can change your whole perspective. So I've been continually doing this whole year, to be very honest, little ways by saying no to things that are toxic for me, speaking up for my own truth, just really, really understanding that I have a right to be here, and so do you. Freedom is my birthright, and is yours also. But it comes to a time that we have to take action for ourselves. We have to do the work. And as we're doing the work, we need to realize that we're all doing the same thing in our own way. We all have a story. And while it's not always good to stick with the same story, it's always good to learn and evolve from that and learn from others as well. We all have an identity we associate with. So maybe stepping back and actually understanding that as we encounter others throughout our day, maybe having a disagreement and going, oh, okay, I really don't see where you're coming with this information. I don't understand your point of view, but that's okay. That's your right. That's your opinion. It doesn't have to define me. And when we do this more and more, and we're more compassionate to one another, and we stop finger pointing and we stop calling each other names because we have a different view, instead of dividing each other and maybe uniting each other a little bit, even in the smallest ways, in baby steps, we can come back from all this disassociation, division, and anger. A lot of the time when we feel anger, it's something that we wrestle within ourselves. Me included. I'm not exempt from any of this. And sometimes we have to take a deeper look, because we could subconsciously be hurting others by lashing out at them, by dismissing them, by not honoring their truth as we honor theirs. When we don't lift up others and we tear each other down just because we don't agree with one another, or we're not on the same journey, or we're not even liking what the other's doing, it really, really is detrimental to our society and to our human collective. We are here to honor one another, see the light in one another, and express compassion as we're learning for ourselves. It's not always going to be sunshine and roses. It's not always going to be easy, but it's very important that we keep this in mind. Yes, we're going to have our days. We're going to have emotional outbursts. We're we're going to maybe say our things, because unfortunately, that's part of being human. But it doesn't excuse or condone for us to be unkind to each other on a regular basis. It doesn't excuse us not having some kind of understanding for one another. It's not hard. Being kind is easy. Being hateful and being unkind is actually more difficult than you think. It takes so much negative energy. It takes so much of us not recognizing what we need to work on within ourselves. It takes so much out of us. Because even though we think we may have the win on that person, or we're one-upped somebody, we're actually one-downing ourselves. I was inspired by a post yesterday about this topic, and it really hit home for me, because I've always been a person that, I may seem naive at times. I'm not as naive as I seem. I quietly observe a lot of things. And I really always thought it was really important to uplift one another. There are many people I like and that I really respect, but I might not agree with, or maybe I'm just not on the same path. But that's where they're at. That's where they're learning their lessons as they go. And it may not always turn out the best, but the more understanding I practice as best as I can, the more I grow within myself. See, we're all connected. It's all a win-win. And it's really, really important that we continue to have that compassion. Because the more division I'm seeing, the more disassociation I'm seeing, it really saddens me, because I know we're better than this. I know that we're here for a better reason. We're not here to tear each other down. We're not here to ridicule each other or talk bad about each other or even do bad things to each other. We're all here for a reason. We may teach each other lessons in our own way, and that's okay, but I honestly don't think the majority of us are supposed to be in that negative energy. So I guess this is just my shout out to that person who did that post, but also to all of you. If you're struggling right now, that's okay. Have mercy on yourself. Be gentle with yourself. But do also be mindful of the people who have supported you, who love you, who are friends with you, who respect you, who maybe even look up to you. Remember, the actions have consequences, and it is a domino effect. So just being a little more mindful about how you present yourself to the world, and being transparent is great. Being totally truthful is okay. Look at me. I have nothing to hide. I have laundry hanging off the ironing board. I did manage to get my tree up. I don't know if you can see. See? I didn't color my hair. I didn't get half of the things I wanted to get done. I have gotten some things done, though. And I do feel that's more important to make those connections I've been making. That really supersedes it all. Making those connections, having that love and joy in my life, even if it's messy, that is what does it for me. I know I'm rambling. This is a different Mindful Monday. Not quite a new moon reading as well. But other than that, I just wanted to remind you guys, be kind. You never know how much it'll mean to somebody. Just a kind word, a kind action, just even a smile. Just being kind to someone. It may not mean anything to you. It might not even change your world, but it could change the other person's world. They might be in a story you don't even know anything about. So that's my Mindful Monday today. It's short and sweet, but it's so important that we remember this. Going into the holiday season in 2021, let's take on a new perspective, a new attitude for the new year. Let's practice kindness, but a more action-oriented way. So, I am going to go maybe fold my laundry, or maybe just enjoy that cup of coffee. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And let me know in the comments below, what is the one thing you can do right now to be kind? What's a kind word you can give, or what's a kind action you can do? And go ahead and do it and let me know what the results are. That would be really awesome to fill the comments with positive outcomes and positive words and see what we can do for one another. So, until the next time, I love you guys. I hope you have a great, great week. Keep crushing it out there and keep giving the light that you only have. To know thyself is to know thy truth. Namaste.